Well, hey everybody, welcome to the channel. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. This is the long-awaited video of my complete collection. And when I said something about doing this, I really didn't know what I was getting myself into for this video. This ended up turning out to be a very difficult video for me to record. It boiled down to lighting, trying to get the right angles because it's a little tight in here in spots. So I end up having to. I started filming, doing it all as a film. Didn't work. Tried it again. Didn't work. So I ended up taking all my pops, or at least most of them, and stacking them on this table, taking photos of them, and I just thought I would just add some commentary to it as the pictures scroll. So I hope you guys liked that idea, and it turned out well for you, because it definitely was a fun and trying video. It definitely didn't get done by, I wanted it this past Friday released, and I didn't quite make that date. Sorry about that. So, alright, well, let's jump into it because it's already long enough. I was trying to keep it short, and it was tough to keep it short. So, let's jump right into it. Alright, guys, I'm going to start with the 10-inch. I have, let's see, it's 16, 17, 18. I think I have 18 total, but I'm going to show 8 of them now, 8 in the next clip. And then I'll show the other 2 later, and you'll see why. I'll explain later. So right now I got Pennywise, Tenny Tiger, Godzilla, Skeletor, the monsters. Got to have them. And then there's another, the Neon City ones. All right, gotta have Captain Crunch, guys. I'm a huge fan. Bob's Big Boy. I grew up in Baltimore, Maryland, and they had one off of Route 40, the restaurant, and so that brings back a lot of memories, and I kind of just fell in love with the Bob's Big Boy Pops, so I have a couple of those. And you can see the rest there. Mandalorian's a big one. Everybody loves that Mandalorian. So that's my first 16. I'll show you the other 2 later. Of course, I got to start off with, when it comes to regular Pops, with Pennywise, because it's Pennywise, man. You know me and Pennywise, if you guys have been following my channel for some time. And then you may be noticing that there are some doubles in there, and to those that don't know, when they did these, there was variations, I should say, in some of the boxes and in the figures. Some of the figures will have blue eyes and some will have yellow eyes. So, like, take for instance the Hot Topic in the center there. There's one with the yellow eyes, and then one to the right is blue eyes. My goal was to try to be the most complete Pennywise collection of Pops that you could come up with. And again, if you guys see, I didn't say anything, but if you guys see anything that I'm missing, you better let me know. That way I could track it down. The only thing I don't have is like any prototypes. I would love to have some prototypes. The ones to the left, the bottom 2 all the way to the left, are actually my most prized Pops in my collection. Reasoning is they've both been signed by the actual actor who played the character that they are portraying in those box. So the second one down on the left is the original Pennywise, and that is signed by Tim Curry. These have been verified signatures, so they have certificates also in the back of the box. You just can't see it. The bottom one obviously was Bill Skarsgård. His signature I wish was a little bit better and a little more legible, but it has been verified and it is his signature. And like I said, those 2 are my most prized Pops in my collection. Alright, so let's move on. So here's the second grouping of my Pennywise, and I'm sure everybody's noticing the one in dead center. That's a big old foam Pennywise that my wife brought home for me one year. I don't remember, a couple years ago. It's actually he's holding a bowl, and you give out like Halloween candy in it, or I guess any kind of candy. It doesn't have to be Halloween, but I didn't care about the bowl, so I just got rid of the bowl and brought him up here and put him in the studio. Obviously, there's the Dorbs, which they don't make anymore. And the one, I got the hiccups all of a sudden, guys. I am sorry. I don't know where these hiccups came from. The ones to the right are, again, 2 of the ones I love the most. The Freddy Funko as Pennywise, I just love. It's right up there with probably my top 5 Pops. And then you got the Conan pop, which I think I overpaid a little bit, but I had to have it at the time. I just wanted it, so I bought that one. And then what's that one in the front there? As a 5-star. Do they even make them anymore? I don't even know. All right, let's move on. Okay, there's again vinyl. I think it's the only vinyl I own is the Pennywise and Georgie. Then I got the Wayne Gretzky's down there at the bottom. I grew up. I didn't watch hockey a lot, but when I did, I really was fascinated with Wayne Gretzky. So I enjoyed that. Lion King and a few others there. The cubes in the middle above Luke Skywalker are actually basically what those are they're like Rubik's cubes, but one's for Hellraiser. It looks like the box, and then the other is a Pennywise. Of course, gotta have it. They're really neat little cubes. I've never opened them and used them though. All right, Skeletor, of course, gotta have them. Night King. I was a big fan of the whole Game of Thrones. Super loved the series up to the very end. Was a little disappointing at the end to me. Some people loved it. I guess I built it up in my mind it was gonna be a better ending. It's more Star Wars. I love the Greedo and Han Solo scene. That is probably one of my favorite Star Wars. I love that particular scene. It's really awesome. Michael Jordan again. When I was watching sports many moons ago. I loved, and I am so thankful I had a chance to watch Michael Jordan play. He was such a great basketball player. Scooby-Doo, and there it is, Scooby-Dum. Now, you guys haven't seen this video yet because it hasn't been put out yet, but it's a video my daughter and I recorded. It'll be coming out soon. It's about Figpins, and we end up talking about Scooby-Dum and why I love him, or why he's my favorite. I don't remember what we said something about Scooby-Dum, though. He is my favorite character in Scooby-Doo, even though he's only in a couple episodes. And McDonald's, of course. And then, another one rolled right there real quick. Freddy Funko as Frankenstein. I love that pop. All right. Got some KFC. I spent a lot of time when I was living in Maryland as a child. Well, I shouldn't say a child. As a teenager, I spent a lot of time at a KFC up the street. I had some girls that were friends, not girlfriends, that actually worked there, and I spent a lot of time in there eating. It was like a hangout for us, man. It was really no place to go, so we hung out at the KFC. So I had to have those. Of course, Tony the Tiger, and then Captain Crunches, which I'm a big Captain Crunch fan. And now, probably my third favorite and most prized pop in my whole collection is the metallic Frankenberry down there on the bottom. Only 480 of those, and I'm very proud to have that in my collection. Love the Dinos. Of course, there's the Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. All right, miscellaneous stuff here outside of the middle Skeletors. I got the Kongs and the Godzillas, some Star Wars, and miscellaneous other stuff there to the right. Let's see, you got Chester Cheetah. And one of my first pops I ever got was the Penguin, and that was a gift given to me, and then kind of helped spark the whole pop collection. So there you go, a little history of my pop collection. Well, we finally found the Carnage that Jake and I were talking about the other day. It was mixed in with all that stuff. I couldn't find it in that one video, but there he is. That was starting to make me nervous in that video. I couldn't find him. Like, where the heck did he go? Loki's, Ronins, and some Batmans that I have. I don't have many Batmans. I know there's a lot of Batmans out there. And that one all the way to the left at the bottom is Thor. Those came from Entertainment Earth, I believe, and they had packs of cards in them. Then you could open them up, and most were regular cards, but if you were lucky, you got the metallic type cards. And I do have a few of those, and you'll see ones coming up. Darth Revan and Jedi Revan, man. There you go. Got the Mandalorians, Darth Mauls, of course, Boba Fett, Jango Fett, and some other odds and ends there for you. That's and there's that Darth Malik down there at the bottom. Oh, and that's my my Black Panther, man. That's the only one I have. I wish I had more Black Panthers, but that's the only one I have right now, and I'm really proud to have that one in my collection. There's the remaining two McDonald's Pops that they belong with the other one, but they were sitting on a different shelf, so I didn't actually include them. Kind of forgot about them until I got to this part of the area of my Pops. Some older Star Wars. There's my Darth Vaders. I'm starting to get some Darth Vaders, man. Finally, I had one Darth Vader for like the longest time, and it's amazing to me that I don't have more Darth Vaders because he's like one of my favorite characters. So there's the Captain America we opened up the other day. What else we got in there? Oh yeah, the Moff Gideon with the Darksaber. That's a great pop. Black lights, man. All right, how many of you are totally upset, mad, want to stop collecting pops altogether because of the Ghost Rider pop? I had it in a basket, man. I was checking out, got all the way to the end, confirmed the order, sold out. So I didn't get one. I mean, I was on it as soon as it popped, man. As soon as it hit the internet, man, I was on it and still didn't get it. Oh, that's insane, man. And now they want like $200, so hopefully you guys got them. I congratulate anybody that got them. You definitely did better than I. Outside of that, there's obviously some miscellaneous stuff in there. The Joe Montana is a very important pop to me. It belonged to my father-in-law who had passed this past year, so that's a very important pop to me. And then Thundars. I know most of you probably don't even know who that is, but I love Thundar, man. That's a great set. Well, there's the rest of my Night Kings I was telling you guys about. Love Night King. Still disappointed in the ending. I'm gonna beat that to death. Twinkies, man. You gotta have some Twinkies. The Jeepers Creeper, man. When they came out, I jumped all over that. I love Jeepers Creepers, man. I got the DVDs. I watched that movie over and over and over again. You may think I'm insane, but I love that. And then there's that other Freddy Funko up there, and some the Transformers there. All right, some random odds and ends stuff that was left on the bottom of the shelves. We got some Star Wars, Betty Boop. I don't know if everybody knows what that is. And of course, Ozzy Osbourne. Gotta have Ozzy. Yeah. R2D2. That's my only one. Okay, well, let's move on. I'm going to apologize about these pictures here. They're up on the top of my hutch from my office desk here, and they're not easy to get down. Instead of moving them like I moved all the others to take really nice pictures and so I can talk, I decided to leave them up there, and I just did not do a very good job taking pictures with my phone. So I apologize on these, but you can still get the gist of what I have. There's the movie moments. Now I'm missing one. I'm missing the Captain America versus Thanos. I need to get that one, and I think that completes my Thanos collection. I'm almost positive. If you guys see anything I'm missing, let me know in the comments, man, because I want to make sure I got the complete collection. The ones over to the right, we were talking about those cards. I have two. Both the pops are both the same. Both of the boxes, the one up and down are the same. But I wanted one for each card. So I got the regular card, and then I had the metallic type card at the bottom there on the right. Okay. Now I apologize on this one. It's going to be a little bit of an overlap because I did it on my phone again, like I said. So there's going to be a little overlap on some of these pops. But you can see there's all the chrome ones that kind of ain't worth a whole lot at the moment. Probably overpaid for all those, especially the one up on the right top. And the last bit of my collection here, and I really apologize about this. I don't know how they got cut off so bad. But again, it's going to be some overlap. But there's my 6-inch ones. There's a little shot glass with Thanos on it. And then my the other two 10-inch Thanos, that I was saying I had two more down there. And then last but not least, Thanos and the Hulk from Barnes & Noble exclusive. This one, I think I repeated Skeletor. I thought we saw him earlier in the photos. If I doubled that one, I apologize. But the Hulk, I don't think that was in any other ones. I was trying to figure out how to take all these pictures and how to do this video, because I originally was trying to do it in motion, but it just didn't work out because of lighting. So I may have done that by accident. But that Hulk one I love a lot because he's in gray. All right, let's move on to the sodas. All right, right off the bat, man. Batman. Listen to that. Right off the bat, man. Skeletors. I spent some time. I just did a video on that recently and spent some time putting that set together, man. That chase is not an easy one to get. I think actually I checked it today just for this video to see what it was. And then I think, and the funny thing is the guy that's selling it is selling all three of these at one time. So there's only one on eBay. slack stack. Sleek stack in the background has become one of my favorites in my collection there of sodas. I love the sodas, man. I know I beat that to death, but I love the sodas. Now, moving forward, the rest of my sodas will be taken from my phone in the cases. I just didn't want to have to move all of them because it was a lot of work to make this video. So again, there's my my Pennywise. Why do I have Pennywise? I don't really care about Pennywise. Yeah, okay, whatever, guys. Yummy Mummies, man. I'm glad to have that because that one is really creeping up in price. I bought that long before the prices skyrocketed the way they have. And then there's the rest of the cereal monsters, and again, all those are the same way. I bought all these prior to the price skyrocketing. I thought when I bought them I paid too much for them, but man, I'm glad I got them when I did. And then I think I repeated the Fruit Brute there on the end. I still need to get He-Man and Superman's chase. There's a few other chases I still got to get, and then obviously there's Woody Woodpecker there on the end. Love Woody. It was a great cartoon. And you that follow everybody that follows my channel knows Captain Crunch, man. Captain Crunch with the Crunch Berries. Love it. Had to have them. Again, I think Captain Crunch is skyrocketing too. Fred and Barney. I recently tracked them down. I would say within the last 6 months or so. I may be wrong on that. I'm glad I did because those are also starting to really move in price, and I'm glad I got them when I did. Gotta have Stay Puft, and then one of my favorites is, please, you gotta have Roger Rabbit, man. I love Roger Rabbit. Love that movie. It would be great if they redid that. Well, then again, everybody says, oh, well, they just make new movies, don't remake all the movies. But I think it'd be really cool if they remade that one. Now let's move on to something else. We're going to move on to what is that? A high carry figure. I don't collect. I only have this one. I didn't collect many high carry. I hope I ain't butchering that, guys. But there's only 500 of those. And I'm a big, Huckleberry Hound fan, so you can see I have all the Pez. And I don't even think that Funko is even doing these Pez anymore. I haven't seen them in a while. And then you got obviously got Thor and Star-Lord. That was 3,200 limited edition of those, and then Hawk Chase. And now we had this set of Pez is you have Piglet and Winnie the Pooh. You had the Pez Girls, and then the cereal monsters again. I had to have those, and then obviously Captain Crunch I had to have because Captain Crunch. And then there was just a couple other ones I picked there. Skeletor, of course, I had to have that one. I need to get the chase for that one. Figpins. Time for Figpins. Figpin. These are called logo pins. And for some reason in the Figpin world, these are pretty sought after. I don't really know why. You would think they wouldn't be, but they are. And that's the only 3 I have at the moment. Alright, Spyro, Goofy, Wolverine, and Peter Parker. The Sonic group that they came out with. That Target one is a sparkly one. It's really cool. And then you can see here, I got my Pennywise up there on the upper right, of course. And then SpongeBob, I was a big fan of SpongeBob. My kids watched it and then I ended up loving the show because of it. When Patchy the Pirate came out, I ended up not liking the show anymore. I'm sorry if you're like Patchy the Pirate guys. I didn't care for him. Again, there's the another shot of the Pennywise, Looney Tunes, and then the Iron Man, Venom, Hulk, Moon Knight, Spider-Man, and some Gears of War. More gaming ones here. You had the Halos, and then some Black Widows. I really like to get the Black Widow chase to go with her. She's in a white outfit versus the black outfit. I'd like to get that one. A few more Star Wars, Clone Wars, and Cornholio. Gotta have Cornholio. Beavis and Butthead. That's the only one I have from that series. I think the other two it's Beavis and Butthead. Alright, you got several different ones here. We got the X-Men, Scooby-Doo, got some Batman stuff, and some Mandalorian. Okay, here we got some Marvel characters from Hasbro. Iron Man, obviously, and Ronin. And off to the right, halfway to the right there, you got Figpin, Godzilla. Now here we got, these are the bigger ones. These are like a lot larger Figpins than the ones you saw earlier. Mandalorian, that's why they call it XLs. Batman, and then Thanos.
And for some reason, I didn't keep in Pennywise. He's in there. He's just kind of off to the corner. Somehow I cut him off. So sorry about that. More Star Wars figures. General Grievous, Jedi Knight Revan, Darth Revan, if I can talk, and Darth. I don't even know how you say that. I really don't know who that character is, but I thought he was cool looking, so I bought him. So that's why I have him. Some Mandalorians, and that one Mandalorian and the one on the end, the Imperial Death Trooper. They are part of what is that called? That series that has something to do with the little plastic thing above their heads, and I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. They're hard to get too, or at least they were. I don't know if they're more available now or not. All right, little 3-inch ones. I had a Mandalorian and a Darth Maul. And lastly, I had the it's a pack. It's a Darth, the Bounty Hunters, and the Sith, and they're all like 3.5, whatever they are, 3.5-inch figures. There's the other two Dwarves that belong with that other Thanos one. And like I said again, they were limited to 3,000. Darth Vader, glow in the dark, and Dark Phoenix. So I feel like I'm missing something or some stuff here and there. I know I have like the Pennywise cereals. I have both those boxes. I don't think I took pictures of those. And I'm sure there's other things that I might have missed, but for the most part, that's my collection, guys.
Well, that was almost my complete collection. There was a few other things after I finished that up that I realized I forgot. A couple keychains, shot glasses, little figures, like at the Darth Vader little bobblehead, I think it was, thing he's sitting over here. So, yeah, and I think there's a couple pops I missed. I got sitting over on the other side. I completely forgot about. But for the most part, that's my collection. And I hope it didn't bore you to death with it. I was trying to make it entertaining the whole time. It just wasn't easy. So, in saying that, because it was such a trying video, I would sure love you guys if you could give me a thumbs up and for that one, because that was a lot of work to make this video happen. I was hoping to be out for this past Friday, but as you can see, that didn't happen. So I'm sorry about that. Well, again, I'm going to end it there because this thing's long enough. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for joining me.